Good day, everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about simple interest. Okay, starting with the key terms. Interest is an amount paid or earned for the use of money. Simple interest earned when a loan or investment is repaid in a lump sum. Principal. It is the amount of money borrowed or invested. Rate. It is the percent of the principal paid as interest per time period. Time. It is the number of days, months, or years that the money is borrowed or invested. Moreover, simple interest stands for IS, is the interest charge on the principal alone for the entire duration or period of the loan or investment at a particular rate. After the term of the loan or investment, the maturity value or future value is computed by getting the sum of principal and the interest due. Yes. So this is only the brief uh, definition. You need to take note for the terms. We have IS, which is simple interest, period, which stands for T, and rate, which stands for R, and maturity value or future value stands for a capital letter F. So you can see it here. Now, let's discuss the formulas for simple interest. You can see it here in the diagrams below. We have 5 illustrations, starting with the first one, where IS stands for simple interest, P stands for principal, R stands for rate or of interest or simply rate, and T stands for time in year. F stands for the future value or maturity value. If you're asking, sir, since we are talking about time, is it also considered to count the time in months, or it can be in quarterly, or it can be weekly? Yes, we can consider that one, but the most common is time measured in year. Let's start with the first illustration. If we are going to find for the interest alone, you need to follow this formula. I is equal to P multiplied to R or rate multiplied to T. And if we're going to find for the value of the principal, we need to use this formula. That's interest all over rate times time. And if we are looking for the value of our rate, that's simply interest over principal multiplied to time. And if we are going to solve for the time, that's interest over principal multiplied to rate. And lastly, in solving the future value, just simply add principal plus interest, or the sum of the principal and the interest. You need to take note the formulas given here, because we will use that in every problem. And if you're saying that, sir, can we use any formula based on our own Yes, you can use based on your own, but you need to analyze first the problem. You cannot initiate the formula without analyzing the problem. Okay? So you need to analyze first before initiating and determining what formula to use for solving the unknown given. Let's try an example. Complete the table below by finding the unknown. The red marks here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, are the unknown. For row 1, we need to look for principal. For row 2, we need to find the rate. For row 3, we need to determine the time. And for row 4, we need to solve for the interest. Let's start with number 1. Okay, as you can see there, please take note of the givens here. Take a screenshot or write it down on your notes or in your paper, in your notebook, as long as you're free to write for your notes. Okay, proceeding now, let's start solving for the first unknown. Number 1. So we are looking for P, given the rate, which is 2.5%, which is simply equal to 0.025. And the time is also given, which is equal to 4. And the I, or the interest, which is equal to 1,500. Now let's initiate the formula, which is P is equal to IS over R multiplied to T. Now you have there the formula. You are going to substitute the given. We have there P is equal to IS, which is the interest. That's 1,500 over, substitute the value of R, which is 0.025. If you are asking, sir, why are we using the decimal value and not the percent value? Because in operating, you cannot solve 2.5% of 4 immediately. But if you're using a calculator, it's okay. Take note, the value for 2.5% is just equal to 0.025. That's how the conversion works. Just simply move the decimal point to your left 2 times. So you have it there, 1, 2. So here from 2.5, that's 1, 2. Move or jump to your left twice or 2 times. After that, substitute our value of time, which is 4. And now we are ready to solve and operate. That's 1,500 all over zero point 0.1, because 0.025 multiplied by 4, that's equal to zero point 0.1. You can use your calculator, you can use your virtual calculator, or you can simply operate this one by multiplying the given value. And you can see there, when 1,500 is divided by zero point 0.1, you're going to get the answer, which is 15,000. Therefore, the principal is equal to 15,000. And that is the final answer. How about number 2? We are looking for the rate. So, since we're looking for the rate and given the principal, the time, and the interest, we can use the formula R is equal to IS over P times T. And you have it there, the given. Substitute the given carefully, starting with IS. So that's 4,860 over our principal, which is 36,000, multiplied by our time, which is 1.5. And now you operate them, starting with the denominator, 36,000 times 1.5, that is 54,000. And after that, 4,860 divided by 54,000, that is 0.09, or simply equal to 9%. Therefore, R is equal to 9%. Let's have number 3. We are looking for the time, and given there is our principal, our rate, and our interest. We can initiate the formula, which is time is equal to IS, or interest, over principal times rate, and substitute the given. So for I, or interest, we have 275. For principal, we have 250,000. And for our rate, we have 0.005. And after that, operate first the denominator. We have 250,000 times 0.005. That's equal to 1,250. And divide 275 divided by 1,250. That's equal to 0.22 years. Therefore, our time is equal to 0.22 years. So that is the answer. How about the last given? We're looking for the interest now. And for interest, that's I, or interest, is equal to principal multiplied to rate and multiplied to time. We have it there the given, P, which is 500,000, rate, which is 12.5%, or equal to 0.125, and time, which is 10. And substitute these given. P, you have 500,000 times 0.125 times 10. And you can use your calculator to solve for the answer, and you will get 625,000. So the interest is 625,000. And that's how we solve a certain problem or a certain situation by initiating the exact formula for that. And now we complete the table below by finding the noun. You have it here, 15,000, 9%, 0.22, and 625,000. And I added here another column for the future value, because sometimes in a given problem, we need to look for the future value. That's simply the sum, or the sum of principal and interest. Principal, or P, plus interest, that's our future value. As you can see there, 15,000 plus 1,500, that's 16,500. Okay, again, that's 15,000 plus 1,500, that is 16,500. Okay, just crash out the other zero here. That's 16,500. It's just a typo error. Next, 36,000 plus 4,860. That's simply 40,860. So this is the exact one. So there is no typo error here anymore. Next, principal is 250,000 plus 275. That's 250,000 and 275. And for the last one, 500,000 plus 625,000. That's equal to 1,125,000. And that's how we solve for the future value. Example number 2, given a problem. Okay, let's situate the problem carefully before you jump to its formula. Let's read it carefully. A bank offers 0.25% annual simple interest rate for a particular deposit. How much interest will be earned if 1 million pesos is deposited in this savings account for 1 year? Mhm. Yes, you can see it there. The given, we have the interest rate, and we also have here the 1 million pesos, and we also have 1 year for the time. So if you say 1 million pesos, that will be our principal, which is the value of P. So we have now here the given principal is equal to 1 million pesos. Rate is equal to 0.25%, which is equal to 0.0025. And for the time, that's 1 year. And now you can initiate the formula in solving the interest, which is I is equal, or IS is equal to P times R times T. So P there is 1 million times R, which is 0.0025, and 4 times 1. Okay, when you're going to solve for that one, you will get interest is equal to 2,500 pesos. Again, 2,500 pesos. So in answering the problem, how much interest will be earned? There will be an interest of 2,500 if 1 million pesos is deposited in this savings account for 1 year. That's how you answer that. Let's have the third example. How much interest is charged when 50,000 pesos is borrowed for 9 months at an annual simple interest rate of 15%? So you have it there. Uh, the 50,000 pesos, 9 months, and we also have 15%. So for our given, we have principal, which is equal to 50,000, rate, which is 15% or equal to 0.15, and time, which is 9/12 year. If you are wondering, why did I write 9/12 year? Because you have it here, 9 months. Okay, so you can write it there, 9/12 year, because that's 9 months, and 1 year is equivalent to 12, so we can write it in a fraction of 9/12 and label it with year. Now we are ready to find for the interest. 50,000 times 0.15 times 9/12, interest is equal to 5,625 pesos. That's the interest for a charge of 50,000 pesos being borrowed for 9 months at a simple interest rate of 15%. Let's have the fourth example. For number 4, when invested at an annual interest rate of 6%, the amount earned 10,300 pesos of simple interest in 3 years. How much money was originally invested? So we're looking for the original money being invested. Therefore, the given are the following. We have the interest of 10,300. Yes, because it was mentioned in the problem, the amount earned 10,300 of simple interest in 3 years, which means of simple interest, it's the interest itself. And for the rate, that's very easy. That is 6%, which is equal to 0.06. And for the time, we have 3 years. Therefore, we initiate the formula, which is P is equal to IS over RT. So we have interest 10,300 over 0.06 times 3. You operate first the denominator, 0.06 times 3, that's 0.18. Then 10,300 divided by 0.18, that's equal to 57,222 and 22 centavo. This is the uh, rounded off because it's 222 and so on. So we need to cut it off at exactly 2 decimal points. So we have there for the principal or the original money being invested, that's 57,222.22. Mhm. Let's have the fifth example. If an entrepreneur applies for a loan amounting to 500,000 pesos in a bank, the simple interest of which is 1,500 and 450 pesos for 3 years, what interest rate is being charged? Okay, so you need to situate the problem carefully and you can determine there the given, which is the principal, that is 500,000, the interest, which is 1,500 and 450 pesos, and for the time, which is 3 years. We are looking for the interest rate being charged. So that's the rate. Therefore, R is equal to IS over PT. Okay, and now let's substitute the given. For P, you have it there 155,450. For I mean that's 155,450 over P, which is 500,000 times T, which is 3 years. You operate first the denominator, that's 500,000 times 3, that's 1,000. That's 1,500,000. Then divide 155,450 divided by 1,500,000. You will get 0.1036 or 10.4%. So you convert that to percent by moving your decimal point to your right 2 times. 1, 2. So that's 10.4. Why is it 4? Because we round up 3 to 4 since the next digit is greater than 5. And that's how we solve this problem. Problem number 6. Find the present value of 82,000 at 8% simple interest for years. So this is very easy. You need to identify first the given, which is the future value or the maturity value that's equal to 10,000 and 300, and for our rate that is 0.08, and for our time that is 2 years. So if you're asking where did I get there the uh, 82,000, so I forgot to substitute the exact amount. Therefore, it is uh, 82,000 here. That's 82,000. Okay, now we have 82,000 and substituting it to our formula, which is P is equal to F over 1 plus RT. Yes, this is part of the formula. That is equal to 82,000 all over 1 plus the quantity of 0.08 times 2. Okay, you multiply first 0.08 times 2 and then plus 1. So you get there 1.16 and then divide 82,000 divided by 1.16. You will get 70,685.65 pesos, and that is our principal or the present value because find the present value of 82,000, which means this is the future value. That's how we situate the problem clearly. And that is the end of our discussion, guys. Thank you so much for listening.